I'm Frank Shi. Welcome back to Thai PBS World. Today we have a special guest, honorable guest, Ambassador of Finland to Thailand, Järviaho, to join our program. I think for the beginning, I would have to tell my audience that I just come back from Finland. I feel the happiness in the society, in the country, but of course I need ambassador's words. How do you define happiness in Finland?
Thank you, Frank, and very nice to be in this program. Thank you. Of course, happiness. Finland has been ranking at the top of the happiness list for several years in a row, and I think it's somehow based in our society. That first of all, of course, the proximity to nature. Nature is all around, so people can easily access it, even if you live in the city center. Nature is not far away, and there's a lot of it in Finland. The other things, of course, is the whole structure of let's say, government and society. So you have institutions you can trust. You have the judiciary you can trust. You can trust police. You can trust other people around you. We have a very good school system, education system. Which has also gained quite nice international rankings. And it's provided equally around Finland for everyone to attend primary, secondary schools. So that's kind of an equality issue, and everyone feels that they have a right, they have a possibility to explore through the school system, the whole society. And of course, we have a welfare system as well, where people can get health benefits if they are in trouble, or they can access hospitals easily, and it's not too expensive for anybody, so it's possible for everyone to use. So there's this kind of structure in place in Finland where people can trust that the society functions, they are part of the society, and they are respected. And they get feedback in that way. So I think that keeps people happy in Finland.
And this is what I observe actually in Finland. That's what you said. The nature spaces, abundant nature spaces that the government provide to citizens, that people can just enjoy their life in nature. Actually, in a mere like 40-minute drive from city center, city of Helsinki, and to a national park. It's very, very close. Let's bring the light back to Thailand. So, of course, you've been in Thailand as an ambassador of Finland for 4 years. So, what are Finland's initiatives in Thailand, and what have you observed between bilateral relations between Thailand and Finland?
Yes, I think that we have a quite close bilateral relations based on many things. Of course, there has been a long-term interest by Finnish people to travel to Thailand for tourism, and our national carrier Finnair started flights already in 1976 to direct flights to Bangkok from Helsinki, and they are continuing it. We have everyday flights from Helsinki. And there's so many contacts and connections between people and between companies. So those are the good bases that we've had here for a long time. But now, of course, in the last 4 years, what I observed is that in the beginning, when I arrived in 2020, it was a COVID time still. So we had to wait a little bit and be careful during that time. But since 2022, when all the restrictions eased, since then there's been, again, a lot of visits coming and going. Business people are coming, and also tourists are coming again. I think last year we had 86,000 Finns arriving to Thailand already. I think this year we are crossing over 100,000, most probably. But let's, in the side of the initiatives that we've done here, we signed, during my time, we signed 2 new MOU agreements. One on the education cooperation between the countries, and the other one on the circular economy cooperation. Those new agreements have been helpful in a way that we have been able to build connections with the Thai authorities, and then around that with the Thai companies and Thai institutions, for example, schools and universities. So they have been extremely useful, and I think Probably the most productive of our agreements has been the circular economy one. We have had excellent cooperation with Royal Thai Ministry of Industry with that. We've organized several different kinds of seminars and webinars and visits both ways. So I think circular economy is something where Thailand and Finland can find common space and a lot of cooperation possibilities. We've done issues like sustainable textile industries or how to organize EV, electronic vehicle battery recycling, for example, or how to monitor industrial emissions. And we explored also how to organize waste management and how to make waste to value, waste to energy issues. So many kinds of issues where we've touched base, and there's a lot of interest in Thai side also to learn from some of the Finnish expertise and how to build, let's say, sustainable cities, for instance. That's a big issue, especially when you think about Bangkok. Bangkok is a big city, and it needs to organize everything sustainably also. So those kind of issues, and in education side. The very nice thing has been in Thailand that people in Thailand know that Finland has a good education system. And wherever I go to visit here, they always bring up the education. That, okay, Finland has a good education system. Can we learn something from you? And there are several Finnish universities, schools, and some educational companies that are quite active in Thailand. Especially, I would bring up, for example, Hay Schools, which is a kind of preschool system, and they've established schools here in Bangkok. They're opening in Phuket, and they're planning to open in Khon Kaen. So that's a school system or preschool system developed by Helsinki University education faculty people, using the, let's say, latest pedagogics learning tools which they have in Finland, which are used in Finland. So this is one example, and we have several examples on the education field where different schools in Thailand have picked up some issues and some, let's say, inspirations from the Finnish system. And let's say one of the new tools is called Edu10, which is an online learning tool of mathematics, and it has produced very good results in Finland and elsewhere. So that's something many Thai schools are interested at the moment, and to pick it up and to use for their teaching. So things like that we've been working and gradually building up our connections all the way.
Like what you have pointed out actually really impressed Thailand a lot, because like what you said about the educational system, circular economy, and of course the waste management, EV battery recycling. These are the topics that actually I had a chance to talk to Minister for Foreign Investment, Minister Ville Tavio,
yes,
to talk about this point too, when he visited Thailand earlier this year. So just want to understand, of course, this year marks a very important year between Thailand and Finland for the 70-year diplomatic relations. So what have you planned to mark this year? Is there any special activities at this point?
Yeah, thank you. Of course, that's a special year for our diplomatic relations between the countries' 70-year anniversary. So, of course, the one important event was the one you mentioned, Minister Ville Tavio's visit here with the business delegation. There were 10 companies visiting with him, and Minister himself, of course, met Thai counterparts, Thai ministers, and we had a very nice public lecture by him with the foreign ministry here on the happiness issue.
Yes.
So that was probably the main, let's say, political level event we organized here. Last week, Her Royal Highness Princess Siritorn was visiting Finland. So she had a very nice program. We are extremely happy that she had the time to visit our country and familiarize a little bit with our in Helsinki, especially our museums and our nature and our education system. So So that was one exceptional visit, of course, with Her Royal Highness. So those are the two main let's say, celebrative points for this year. But obviously, we've organized other things as well. We've had a photographic exhibition at the PAC and the UN premises as well on the women's role in Asia and the Pacific in society. That was one thing. And together with our Nordic friends, we've organized Nordic Day reception and Nordic Film Festival this year. And we will be organizing Nordic Run in the fall. So there's still plans to be made on the fall. We have some cultural issues coming up probably and such things, and also some commercial issues relating to circular economy and low carbon industries probably.
So it means that if Nordic fans, if they want to join Finland cultural activities or Nordic cultural activities, they can looking forward to see that in the fall. Let's turn the page to challenges. Of course, you've been in Thailand for 4 years. You've seen improvement. Of course, you've seen challenges in the society too. Of course, coming from the country where the government takes good care of its citizens and very good welfare state policy there. So just want to understand what have you observed in terms of challenges, no matter in economy or in the politics, and what could Thailand learn from Finland's cases?
Yes, well, from the Finland's point of view, I think first of all, our let's say democratic system that we built up in Finland, and the respect of the democratic system rules by all parties, and let's say the consensus on the political space, that we respect the election results and such things, have served us extremely well. And of course, as we discussed already about the equality and the rights of people in Finland, that they are respected. So that's an important thing of Finnish people's happiness in a way, and build up the basis in our society so that we can develop, let's say, modern information society with all people participating and understanding the direction where we are going at. And that's been quite a good boost for our economy as well. So, and now, of course, we are facing the challenges of climate issues, climate change issues, and things like that, together with everyone else in the planet. So I think those are the challenges in Thailand and in Finland as well. So and we should work closely together to try to maneuver these challenges together, how to change the society so that we are living more sustainably after now, and to limit the carbon emissions of industries and traffic and society all in all. So those are the common challenges obviously we have.
And you talk about climate change here. It's not just one country, that's all countries in the world have to, of course, cope with this issue immediately. And I think one of the reasons you talk about to create happiness in the society is, of course, the very constructive answers for citizens in the country, that they can feel safe, they have trust in the institutions, that citizens could enjoy together. But one of the challenge for Finland, actually, it's its neighbor, of course. We talk about the issues to maintain national security, to maintain energy stability when it comes to the conflict with Russia. So we just want to understand, how does Finland maintain what I just said about national security, energy stability, given that the proximity to Russia and the new membership of NATO, Sweden doing now since 2003?
Indeed, that has been quite a dramatic change in Europe in general. Obviously, the Russian aggression on Ukraine, and it had changed the whole security situation in Europe. And that was the main reason, of course, why we applied and joined NATO. And now we look at the security from the collective security point of view with the NATO allies. So obviously we are part of now the alliance, and we have a collective security together with the allies. So I think that's bringing up the whole Northern Europe security with Sweden and Finland after we joined the NATO. So now the whole Northern Europe is basically together into NATO. And it has also increased our cooperation with our Nordic partners, since now all the Nordic countries are part of NATO. So we can work even closer together now in the Northern Europe. The energy security it has been quite a big issue, obviously, after the 22 when Russia attacked. But surprisingly well, we have coped with it. And Finnish energy production has transferred really fast to other energy sources. We used to bring oil, gas, electricity from Russia. But now, of course, we are bringing oil from totally different sources, from Norway, North America. For instance, we used to bring gas, natural gas from Russia, and now we are bringing LNG, the liquefied gas. We have a new LNG terminal in Finland, so we have been able to manage that quite well. And electricity production has jumped up in Finland, actually. We have very strong domestic electricity production these days. We started in 22-23 our fifth nuclear reactor, and it's producing already in quite a good speed electricity. Nuclear energy is about 40% of our electricity production in Finland, and then the wind energy has expanded very rapidly in Finland. At the moment, it's about 18% of our electricity production. And then, of course, we have hydroelectric production as well, which is another 18%. So at the moment, 92% of Finnish electricity production is produced with the low carbon or totally carbon-free and sustainable sources. So this is quite an achievement in a very short period of time.
So I read between the line, less dependence on certain country is key. So it means that, of course, the energy solution in Finland, produced by Finland, is very important. Okay, last question, of course, I have to ask. It links to happiness, but it links to the conflict with Russia too. So just want to understand, of course, right now Finland is still on the top of the happiness chart in the world. So we still see the threats there. We still see the conflicts in the proximity in Finland. So do you think these conflicts would lower the happiness in Finland? Do you think that? Because right now, of course, we see the happiness come from internal system, from the government care. And how about the external threat there?
That's a good question, and I've been wondering the same thing. Since the 22, when Russia attacked Ukraine, that should this affect our happiness directly? But for some reason, it hasn't yet affected it. Seems like Finnish people are still happy because our domestic system works, and everything in Finland seems to be working fine. So at the moment, it's not affecting the happiness as such. But obviously, it's a big concern for all of us, not only in Finland, but the whole Europe. So the security situation in Europe has dramatically changed, and probably for some time. So we have a security concern there. It's very clear.
But still, the government still takes its good citizens very well at this moment with all the welfare state policy, education, energy, switching to domestic production right now.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
Thank you so much for your time, Ambassador. Ambassador of Finland here to Thailand. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.